On to story number 9 on the countdown. Socialist spending spree. Well, this week, President Joe Biden laid down his opening bid on infrastructure. Take a listen.
In fact, it's the largest American jobs investment since World War II. It will create millions of jobs, good-paying jobs. It will grow the economy, make us more competitive around the world, promote our national security interest, and put us in a position to win the global competition with China in the upcoming years. It's big, yes. It's bold, yes. And we can get it done.
Yeah, but Republican blowback against the massive bill has been fast and furious. Congressman Jim Jordan tweeting what many are feeling in his tweet, saying President Biden's infrastructure plan, higher taxes, more spending, job losses in the energy sector, such a deal. And Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell suggesting the proposal is a Trojan horse, and others warning the package could lead to massive tax hikes and could kill U.S. jobs. Congressman Tim Burchett, Republican from Tennessee, he's also on the House Transportation and Infrastructure Committee. Sir, thank you for joining us tonight. Tim, of course. Tim, your colleague in a nutshell, summing up what many Republican lawmakers feel. What do you make of this bill? Because when you look at what's in this bill, there's only a small percentage which is actually going to infrastructure.
Yeah, about 5%. It goes in line with our COVID spending bill, $1.9 trillion, 9% went to COVID relief. It's ridiculous. Listen. Government doesn't create a dadgum thing. All it does is take. If they build a bridge, they got to take it from somebody. And to say this is going to create jobs is laughable because it's going to destroy jobs with a higher tax rate. And all those people, their taxes are raised. They made, there's a reason they're wealthy because they've made money. And guess what? They're just going to pass it on to us. This will be the largest tax increase in the history of our country. And, it's funny that he says he want to compete with China when they're raising our tax rate higher than freaking China already than China has, and we're going to be at a higher tax rate than the communists are. I mean, that's some competition to win. Poor President Biden. It's just sad to watch him in the state he's in, giving these speeches. I don't know who writes his speeches or who has his ear, but they clearly don't have America in their best interest.
Yeah, it's interesting, sir, because when you watch some of the media, the way they're making this spending bill, it's all about, rebuilding the bridges and roads, but they're leaving out a lot of these things that are in there, the new Green Deal, a lot of these things that people really aren't talking about. Even you mentioned these higher taxes, right? So the Tax Foundation tweeted, President Biden's America's Job Plan looks to increase the federal corporate rate tax to 28%, which would raise the U.S. federal state combined tax rate to 32.34%, higher than every country in the OECD, the G7, and all the major trade partners and competitors, including China, which you just talked about. And Joe Biden, when he was campaigning, said, I'm not going to raise taxes unless you make over $400,000. But the reality is that we're all going to see an increase in taxes and be paying for this, right?
That's a lie. I don't know if he knows he's lying or not because I'm not really sure where he's at, but that's just a complete and total lie. Corporate America will raise the taxes on us because that's what they do. They're responsible to their shareholders, just like you and I would be. It's going to affect yours and my retirement, things like that, and working class Americans, laborers, people that have a retirement. It's invested in corporations. It's a capitalist system, and they are not going to balance the budget this way, and they sure as heck aren't going to raise our economic standing in the world by taxing more. That never works. I was mayor of Knox County. We didn't raise taxes. We got out of stuff we shouldn't have been. I said, if it was in the yellow pages, dadgummit, we shouldn't be in that business. We got out of that, and guess what? We paid cash for schools. We paid down $50 million in debt, and gave people, our policemen, our teachers raises. State of Tennessee is the same way. It's a zero debt state. Our major metropolitan areas are booming right now because people are coming in getting high-paying jobs. I live here in Knox County. There are high-paying jobs everywhere. Tradespeople, union and non-union jobs. It's unemployment is virtually unknown here of anybody with any skill set at all. So it's completely false. I don't know what they're smoking. It's legal, I guess, in Washington, but here in Tennessee, it's sure. Hey,
in New York now, too.
That is a great dress. And, brother, I'm not so sure about that tie, okay? I understand.
You don't like it? It's Easter. Come on.
Easter
I didn't say I didn't like it, man. I mean, I understand. I'm married to a beautiful woman, and she said, baby, wear this pink tie. And I said, oh, I love that pink tie. But you know what? It'd probably be at the Salvation Army, but I'm just saying. But that's a great dress house.
Oh, thank you. Well, you had mentioned that a lot of people are moving to Tennessee. I know a lot of companies are moving there. We don't have much time, but I did want to get your reaction to President Biden. He talked about crumbling infrastructure compared to our adversaries. Take a listen. We'll get your reaction.
And our infrastructure is crumbling. We rank 13th in the world. What's more, it heightens our vulnerability to and attracts our adversaries to compete in ways that they haven't up to now.
All right, I want to get your thoughts because, again, he keeps talking about infrastructure, but there's a small percentage.
It's unbearable to listen to him from what I knew from the past to now. It's just unbearable. But no, 5% of this multi-trillion-dollar, now it's up to $2 trillion. It'll be $3 trillion. AOC, my friend AOC, she is my friend, but she says she likes it, but there's not enough money in it. But imagine, Bernie Sanders is going to be writing the dadgum tax portion of this. That's ridiculous. I mean, we're going to give drunken sailors a bad name, and I love sailors. But this is ridiculous, guys. Don't kid yourself. They want it. They want it all. They want control. Everything is about control with them. They don't care about you and me. They want to stay in power, and this is what it's all about. And the problem is too many people are buying into it, and you're going to see less in your check at the end of the month. You're going to pay more at the pump. You're going to pay higher taxes, higher regulation. And this Green New Deal wokotopia is ridiculous. I mean, that's all it is. And the indoctrination in this thing, read the dadgum bill when it comes out, and you'll see what I'm talking about. And don't believe ABC, NBC, CBS, or CNN, because they're totally in the tank for the left, and they're just wanting to ride this thing out.
Congressman,
we can't do it anymore.
We got to go, but the next time you're up here, you come on set, and I'll get you a nice shirt and outfit like this. So I promise, okay?
Yeah. I'll get beat up in the parking lot. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Happy Easter.
Y'all very much.
Congressman.
Y'all have a great, blessed Easter. Thank y'all.
You too. Thank you. All right, well, up next, former President Trump fires a hard fastball at Major League Baseball.